Hi everyone, welcome to Raising Vibrations with myself, Simon. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a video on the full moon and just giving you some of my personal opinions and thoughts around the experience of what the full moon represents for us through spiritual eyes, and kind of linking it in with the big picture that we've been going through since 2011, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. As you guys all know, I always love to put pictures on the left hand side of there. And today's picture is like, again, as it always is, completely and utterly in line with what this message is about. And, when you look at that picture over there, there's this earth energy that is grounding us completely and acknowledging our connection to Mother Earth and being there and allowing that to be what our purpose is, where we're growing from, what we are nurturing, what we're protecting. And that sort of magical wisp of energy that's just surrounding that person over there correlates to spirit, and how the more we actually acknowledge it, the more we be in that space, the more we actually just feel spirit alive within us. And we walk this path, acknowledging our spiritual connection, acknowledging our creation. We start to sort of just raise our frequency and align ourselves with the truth of who we are. And we start to grow, we start to find the perfection that exists within us, and so on and so forth. And this full moon in Scorpio is honestly saying, right guys, this is now it. This is the final push. This is what we need to do. This is how we're going to go and do it. And the rebirth is taking place. And that picture over there is so beautiful. And I see that hand at the bottom, just like Mother Earth and the cosmos and everything, divine plan, just completely and utterly supporting us in every sense of the word as we grow and strengthen our connection to spirit in itself. So here's the charts that I have up for you guys, and I'll just quickly move over to that right now. So the full moon in Scorpio, and as you guys know, that is the template. That picture over there correlates to the template. It's like the bottom line of what is happening to us in terms of the shift, the change. This is the template. It's the Jupiter in Cancer, talking about our natural ego-oriented selves, the ones that are connecting to what is true for us and being that voice. The old patterns, the inner voice that I've written over there, that relationship between Uranus and Aries and Venus and Aries, and how they're sort of making that what they call the balsamic conjunction. And Pluto, of course, in Capricorn, right at the bottom of the charts over there. And you can see this, like, it's making that T-square. And it's such an interesting sort of combination, because that's the template. That's what's shifting. That's what the earthquakes are going to be about, that we are going to be experiencing at this point in time. And of course, then the full moon in Scorpio just aiding us along this process of doing what we need to do next. What energy pattern is necessary in this process? So here is the sort of chart for the time when that full moon is going to be taking place. And as you can see, the energy patterns in the middle over there are extremely chaotic. There's that square again, that grand cross square happening right in the middle, that's making you feel completely and utterly stuck in one place. Completely, you can't move, you're just feeling frustrated, and there's like this need to break free. And of course that's the case, because it's building up this tension, it's building up this need for us to acknowledge what is keeping us stuck. And when we acknowledge that and we embrace that, we can then move forward. So what needs to let go, what needs to go, is the relationship patterns that we have been that have been imposed on ourselves, that have been conditioned on ourselves, what we've defined to be valuable. That needs to go. So the balsamic phase between Uranus and Venus in Aries, as you can see over there, are kind of like making us aware of that. It's like saying, hey, whoa, we've got to stop, we've got to reassess, we've got to change our perspective, and we've got to look at what we are defining ourselves as. Okay, and how we do that inwardly, every single one of us. Like, what defines our survival patterns? What defines our value systems? What defines the voice that we have within ourselves when we talk to ourselves? That's what's changing, that template. So that's what needs to go first. Anything that's reminding you that you're not worthy, anything that's reminding you that you can't do this, anything that's reminding you that you can't stand up for what you are, okay, and be that space, follow that dream. That's what needs to go. Anything that's stopping you and preventing you from doing that. And then this is where the synchronicities happen. And I love it when this happens. I love when the universe just shows us synchronicities. You know, in fact, the universe only works in synchronicities. But when I saw this, I was just like, I was buzzing with the amount of energy, because the south node of the moon is in Aries, okay, which is just above the word what in this conversation. And the south node and the north node are the past and future, okay? The south node will correlate to pre-existing patterns of behavior, okay? The moon is the current present reality. It's our moment-to-moment reality in that sense. It's what our emotional security, our conscious that. So the south node is correlating to past patterns of behavior that need to be sort of let go of, okay? It's in Aries. Venus and Uranus is in Aries. So it's like really, really telling us, hey, by the way, focus in on this area. Let go of what's stopping you from stepping into your awesomeness, okay? And then you've got the moon conjunct Saturn limitations, but also at the same time, reality and responsibility. So the moon conjunct Saturn, and it's like, what needs to be letting go? What is stopping you? Well, fear-based consciousness, okay? Anything that is prohibiting you, putting limitations in the way. So the Scorpio signature is just allowing us to all be intensely focused, laser focused on our emotional landscape. And we're becoming so acutely aware of what it is that's stopping us from being that by the very outer reality being a reflection of that. So we will project into our reality at this point in time feelings of feeling stuck. And we're going to have to acknowledge those things. We're going to have to look at them and assess them. Scorpio, observe, find the truth, dig to the bottom of it and bring it to the surface. And so this full moon in Saturn, at this point in time, you can never ever take the one aspect out. You have to look at the whole chart to understand the story. But this full moon conjunct Saturn that's been happening at this point in time is really, 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 really potent with so much transformative energy. And it's like the phoenix that rises from her ashes, you know. This is what this full moon is symbolizing. It's like saying, let's let it go. Let's stop allowing us to be stuck in these outdated consciousness patterns, and let's start walking our truth. So this full moon is letting go. It's about staying in that emotional that field and realizing, strengthening that voice that you have to yourself and paying attention to it completely, okay? So that's what I encourage at this point in time. So as you go about doing this, what do you need? You need inner security, because the way that you're going to experience this is, you know, letting go of something or being vulnerable or walking into a space, a new space that is unfamiliar to you at this point in time, because it's not something that we've practiced. You know, so you have to develop some inner security, and that inner security is your truth. You got to stick to it. You got to walk it. You've got to be it. Whatever it is that is true for you, and you acknowledge your spirits being that representation of that truth, you be it. That's your natural way of being. And once you step into that space and you constantly keep on being that, you'll develop that inner security, and the universe will start to support us again. I mean, it is already with the fact that Jupiter is in Cancer. It's giving us the opportunity to take the risks at this point in time. We might not feel like it is the case, but that again is what the moon in Scorpio is all about, okay? We're having to confront those emotional patterns, those emotional, unconscious security patterns that we've attached to things that we define our reality to, that stop us from doing the things that we want to do. Okay, so we have this opportunity to now confront those emotions and let go, because once Venus conjuncts Uranus and then starts to go past it, which is going to be happening in about 4 to 5 days from now, we're going to be having the opportunity of this new exciting way to be and demanding freedom to explore what it is that we want to do. And if you're not in line with that, you're going to feel like limited. You're going to feel like there are going to be shocks and breakdowns taking place until you start to acknowledge that. So the very, very, very important thing at this point in time, the ego, the old conditioning patterns that have been assigned to the ego are getting destroyed completely. They're dying out, okay? And so this is awesome for us here on Earth, because the very thing that we have been looking for, the very thing that we're trying to move away from, is the old way of being, the old paradigm, the old structures and such. And so the universe at this point in time, after the Cardinal Cross, which was the paradigm shift, is now saying the next step is letting go completely and stepping into that space. Because as soon, like I said, as soon as Uranus and Aries and Venus make that new phase conjunction, you're going to be wanting to express that individuality. You're going to be wanting to follow your dreams. You're going to be wanting to go ahead, you know. So it's really, 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 really exciting times for us at this point in time. And to help us along the road is the sun in Taurus, okay? The big flashlight in the sky. It's keeping us grounded. It's keeping us secure. It's keeping us, you know, structured and finding what we feel that we need to value. And we're going about this process, and it's fantastic. But it's also at the same time allowing us to feel like, even though that Scorpio is going to come along, it's going to take things away from us, we can still feel that we can manage it. We still feel that we're grounded. So the sun in Taurus, look in abundance. Take the opportunity to allow any fear-based consciousness to come into your life, okay? And then acknowledge the abundance of what is around you, the infinite love, and observe this fear-based consciousness. Say thank you for the opportunity to become aware of it, and then let it go. So this is exactly what the full moon spiritual exercises are for you guys, and including myself as well. Okay? Step 1, letting go of old ego identities. These are fear-based things. These are things that are stopping you from feeling like you are connected to your higher self. Anything that is making you worried, anything that is giving you anxiety, and all those type of things, okay? Embrace the change without any fear. Like, you're being supported at this point in time, okay? It's about taking those steps forward. It's about allowing yourself to be connected to that space, allowing synchronicity to flow, allowing that the process of divine understanding is always there for you. And any route that you take, any choice that you make will be accepted and embraced in every way whatsoever. You just got to make sure that you're seeing everything as abundance. You're seeing everything as an opportunity to grow. You're seeing everything as an opportunity to allow yourself to expand who you truly are. And that leads me on to the last one over here. Finding inner peace through acceptance of who you truly are. Okay? This is the Jupiter in Cancer conversation. This is speaking your truth, finding security in what it is that you are, and standing in that space and only being in that space, making peace with it. Okay, so what if I'm weird? That's fine. I'll attract other people that are just as weird. Or, okay, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to be. This is going to be my path. And you walk it. Okay, you speak your truth, not everybody else's, yours, what is natural for you. And that's how you constantly keep on moving into the frequency that is naturally who you are. Okay, so you find inner peace, you accept things. So if there is something that's challenging at this point in time in your life and it's a fear-based consciousness, allow it to be in your life. Allow it to push you in the opposite direction by realizing that whatever it is that is making you feel that way, it's more of something that you don't want, and you say thank you very much for allowing me to be aware of what it is that I don't want, and you accept it, you thank you, and you move slowly into the opposite direction. Okay, you do all these type of things. When I say move into the opposite direction, I'm talking about putting yourself in situations that allow you to become more of who you are. You know, if it means looking at if it means every single day having a mantra that you practice that just keeps you into that high vibration space, if it means clearing out some of the trash that's in your life at this point in time, you know, letting go of it. If it's not working for you at that point in time, it's not meant to be working for you at that point in time. It's okay. All right. And making peace with all these things. All right, guys. So I hope that was really, really clear in that way. And it kind of gave like a brief and sort of broad, but still in-depth overview of that picture that's on the left-hand side over there, which is that process of nurturing our inner sense of self, looking within completely, acknowledging that the answers for our existence and for your existence and for everything that you are lies within. And so you're looking at that point in time and you're like taking the detective magnifying glass and you're observing everything that's not working for you. You're just letting it go. Full moon. Because this is how it works. The full moon will happen for us. We'll become aware of all these energy patterns. And just like the day exists, in other words, the transit, the full moon, when the nighttime comes, okay, you are still left with the effects of the day, okay? And so this is the same thing. We will be left with the effects of the full moon. We'll be left with the opportunity to start integrating continuously all the time, to letting go of fear-based consciousness, confronting it, acknowledging it's there to aid you in some way, to become to help you become more aware of who you are by letting it go, allowing you to step into your power, allowing you to take charge. Whatever your soul's journey is at this point in time, that it needs the signature to happen for, allow it to be, so that you can be pushed into the direction for more of what it is that you are. Okay? So again, that's the picture. That's the full moon experience. Okay? Now, one of the things that I wanted to really sort of like drive home again during this period of time is that this rebirthing process, that picture on the left hand side, the rebirthing process is acknowledging your source energy, acknowledging you are the creator of your experience, acknowledging that every single time you integrate your spirit and integrate yourself, your sense of identity and your truth and who you are into your being every single day, and you follow the synchronicities and you allow joy and happiness to be the only frequency and vibration that you operate on, and not anything else. And when you do come across challenges in your life which you need to let go of fear-based consciousness, you accept it, you work through it, and then you allow love and abundance and acceptance to kill it, to let it go, to soothe it out of your life completely and move more into your frequency, because that's your divine birthright. That is the space you've got to be in. That's what you came on earth to do, to be that person, to allow yourself to just be envisioned with energy and light and love, and to aid every single other person on the planet over here that is going through the transformation that Earth is giving us this opportunity to do. And be a beacon of light, and share your truth and share your wisdom and speak it, and allow the world to see your brightness. Okay, and step into that space. And so use this full moon at this opportunity to really, 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 really be encouraged to just be yourself, and to allow yourself to be that and only that, and follow your dreams and only allow that to be the case. Okay? Fantastic, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the content, and it was really exciting, and it got you energized and amped up and looking for more stuff to just make you continuously happy with everything that you are, and to only allow you for it to be in that space. If you enjoyed the content, guys, and you loved it and it gave you that space, hit the like and subscribe button, everybody, and share the love as well. You know, get this video out there, and let other people sort of just like feed on the positive energy, because it's us that when we change within ourselves, we're going to see the change in the outside world. Okay? And lastly, guys, if you want an astrology reading with myself, and you're looking to see how I work as an astrologer through this experience, and you want me to guide you through your own soul's journey during this period of time, to get specific, come over to my website, simonforster.com. I've got all the prices on book a reading tab over there. And you know, give yourself the opportunity to have the information and the blueprints shared with you, so that for the rest of your life you know exactly what your soul's journey is, what the path is. Allow me to have that conversation with you in that way, so that we can put you on the right road like that, so that you can be aligned with who you are, and allow the healing process to happen, so that you can be the beacon of light just as much as everybody else. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic evening, and until then, take care. Bye-bye.